I'm Dick Van Dyke asking, do you know Ray Jones? Decent man. Good family. You'd like him. People do. With Ray Jones on the quiet surface, things seem fine. It's deceiving, of course, looking only at shadows. Ray is so like the rest of us. Another human being with assets and liabilities, dreams and debts. And something else. Ray Jones has a problem, one that he and those around him can no longer ignore. Ray Jones is in trouble. Ray Jones is an alcoholic. This is a part of the world, Ray Jones, the fast-paced, up-tempo experience of naval aviation, people and planes. To fly in naval air is something he always wanted. Ray Jones loves to fly, but one of the consequences of alcoholism is increasing failure in all areas of life. You can't fly if you're not well, not able to function. For Ray, that means a growing inability to function in his specialty. Alcoholism doesn't care about the mission. It has no sense of duty or of time. Alcoholism doesn't even care if you're a nice guy, a decent man with a good family. When this disease is present, ultimately it will affect all aspects of a person's life. It will demand attention. It will not go away.
Hey, Ray, you going flying today? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, or you? It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Ray, what's the matter? Been to the club last night, guy? Hey, what's the matter, Ray? You got a problem?
Ray Jones has a problem, but the Navy is working on some answers. This man knows Ray Jones, though they've never met. A late-night phone call, a question, a rush of confused words are all that have passed between them. They'll meet this morning, a meeting that can change Ray Jones' life. This man knows what to expect from that meeting. This man knows Ray Jones and alcoholism. Alcoholism is a journey to destruction. Why does the alcoholic drink? To become an alcoholic? No. The alcoholic has a whole shopping list of reasons for his drinking. He drinks to relate, to relax, to be comfortable, to unwind, to be a part of the good life. Though the alcoholic may drink for these things, the alcoholic can no longer have them. Yet, he continues to drink. Somewhere on the downward slide of the illness called alcoholism, control is lost. This man knows that willpower counts for nothing against a growing, soon-to-be dominant obsession. The journey can be altered, the downward slide arrested, the destination changed. Trick is, to get off the slide before the end, before the bottom. It doesn't happen often. But it can, and it does. This man is the commanding officer of a Navy Alcoholism Rehabilitation Center. This man knows about Ray Jones. This man knows the disease. This man himself has been there.
Oh, say that.
Today he helps others to come back. This man knows. Uncertain, isolated, and though he can't believe it now, his being here is a gesture of hope, the right decision in a time of growing darkness. Ray Jones at the turning point, no longer alone.
Hi, I'm Captain Frankie Pretty. Captain, I really don't know how to begin. I don't know what's happening to me. Don't understand. Think your problem might be alcohol? I think so. Well, maybe we ought to talk about it.
The Navy is learning about alcoholism, about its implications, and its price. Today, some 30,000 Navy men and women are in one stage or another victims of alcoholism. The Navy is doing something for them, because it has to. The Navy is learning about recovery, and people are getting well. What does an alcoholic look like? Like this, and this, and this. Alcoholism is an obscene process in democracy. Impartially, it touches rich and poor, young and old, male and female, black and white. These are the faces of naval personnel who have undergone treatment for alcohol abuse. What does an alcoholic look like? Like everyone and anyone. What, at the turning point, do you feel for Ray Jones? Do you feel pity or contempt? The Navy Alcoholism Prevention Program is a caring community. People who understand. People who know. Those who work in the Navy program know that recovery is more than a word. It's a foundation on which to build a new and better life. Recovery. For this officer, there is a choice, a decision to be made.
The hang of those with the officers. And once an officer is covered up too long, finally busted and put into treatment, the difficulties in promotion.
Ray Jones at a turning point, seeking something, searching for himself. With the help of others, Ray Jones is willing to listen and willing to learn. Beyond the individual, beyond Ray Jones, the Navy Alcoholism Prevention Program is moving forward, expanding its efforts in education and training, prevention as well as rehabilitation. Alcoholism education packages are being developed for all Navy schools, beginning at the beginning. But why begin at all? begin it all? Because people matter. This is the meaning of the Navy's Human Goals program. Because an organization is only as good as its people. Since alcoholism in most cases is a disease of gradual progression, the Navy population most affected are career personnel, precisely those needed for retention. Career people with irreplaceable experience and expertise. In terms of money and human values, the Navy Alcoholism Prevention Program is a cost-effective, life-effective program of self-help in the best tradition of the U.S. Navy's 200 years. Why? Why me? A question frequently asked. The question's valid, but the answer is irrelevant. Forget why me. That's past, Ray. It is you. Take it from there.
Hi, my name's Ray. I'm an alcoholic.
It's a paradox of alcoholism that victory comes with surrender. Acceptance is the real turning point. The admission that alone Ray Jones cannot defeat this chemical, this drug, this frightful, baffling thing. Acceptance, the turning point. Not only the alcoholic, others can play a part. The commander, the supervisor, everyone involved has a stake in recovery.
Captain Pretty.
Ken, this is Bill Porter out at Miramar. Ray Jones is CO.
Yes, Bill.
Ken, I was just wondering what kind of progress Ray is making.
For the time he's been here, Ray's progressing very well.
Ken, I don't know how to ask you this. How long do you think Ray's going to have to stay there?
Well, Bill, let me ask you a question. Do you realize how important it is for Ray to stay here long enough to assure his recovery?
Yes, Captain, I know that, but we've got this deployment coming up, and we're short of people. Ray's an awfully good man. It's not like he was sick or something.
It's not like he was sick or something. There's much to learn for all of us. Ray's squadron commander is persuaded to drop by the center, although far from convinced that alcoholism is a disease.
Alcoholism is a disease. Let's look a bit at how alcohol relates to our daily lives. We use it socially when we feel good, when we feel bad. We use it as a pick-me-up. We use it to calm down, and as an eye-opener, and as a nightcap. We use it to say hello, to get on step, to unwind, and to break the ice. We use it as a socializer, as a friendship maker, as an appetizer, as a main beverage, and as an after-dinner drink, and finally as more of the same as we socialize the rest of the evening. All this is followed in the morning by some more hair off the dog, or by a Bloody Mary. In sports, we drink at the clubhouse, at the golf shack, at the beach, during the hunt, and at the races. We drink cold beer at baseball games because it's so hot in those bleachers, and we drink Irish coffee at the football games because it's so cold in those bleachers. If you now feel happy because you're not out there with all those hard-drinking civilians, let's just take a quick look at how we drink in naval aviation. We drink at happy hours, after a good flight, after a bad flight, and especially after a near mid-air collision to calm our nerves. To celebrate our first solo flight, we present our instructor with a bottle of his favorite liquor. And if we successfully bail out of a crippled airplane, we express our thanks to the life-saving parachute rigger by presenting him with a bottle of his preferred spirit. We drink when we get our wings, when we get promoted, when we get passed over, chief initiations, and a beef and burgundy night. Any night carrier landing rates medicinal brandy, which is dispensed by the friendly, well-meaning flight surgeon. So you see, we drink from enlistment to retirement and from teenhood to old age.
The world of the alcoholic is as narrow as life itself is not. For the alcoholic in recovery, life must replace alcohol. Living takes on a new and different meaning. There is a world to rediscover, and in the real world, the possibilities are infinite. To enjoy life sober, without alcohol. It is possible.
How does it feel, Ray, respond on how it feels to be here with a group of guys, sober.
Well, I guess I'd say it feels good. Park looks a lot different, better. Feels good to be out here with a group of guys that I know and get along with.
For those united in a new purpose, physical well-being should be a major part of recovery.
Last few weeks, we've been talking about expectation, role clarification, problem solving. What we want to deal with today is role clarification, role conflict, and resolution.
Rehabilitation deals with the physical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual aspects of the disease of alcoholism. Education in human behavior has a role, as does modern technology designed to provide insights into life patterns.
Making good progress in the program. As good as I can.
The best you can. That sounds to me like it has permission to fail in it. It's like, what if the best you can is not good enough?
Still not on speaking terms, on friendly speaking terms. Sort of coexisting.
Coexisting. That's kind of an interesting word because that word sort of sounds like it gives us a picture of what some of the other people in the group are saying. A few people talked about relating with girlfriends or wives, really more in a coexisting way rather than trying to deal with problems that's arising.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come on up here with me.
For Ray Jones, a growth process has begun. Awareness, knowledge of himself, and the needs of others. The simple act of exchanging places in a group exercise symbolizes a situation where Ray must take another's place at another's point of view.
I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable because looking at it from her point of view, yeah, I can see where she's at.
Is that something novel?
Yeah, it really is. I never really thought about looking at it from her end.
There's a children's poem that goes in part, "Run, run as fast as you can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The drinking alcoholic, as the years pass, finds himself running, going nowhere, never stopping to find. Often, recovery will reveal just what's being pursued with such desperation. Comfort, self-satisfaction, and a new way of life. In recovery, there is time for meditation, for meaning, for fulfillment. For most recovering alcoholics, including Ray Jones, this means participation in Alcoholics Anonymous, a unique and highly successful approach to the age-old problem of alcoholism. Recovery, for most, for Ray Jones, should be a family experience. Memories, sometimes painful, act as a reminder, a positive signpost telling how far the road has come.
It's great to have just get to know you better. But, Terry, what's different about it? You know, your dad's been here 6 weeks, and you get here. What's it like?
Well, I can talk more freely. I don't have to watch what I say and when I say it. And when he tells me something that we're going to do on a Saturday or Sunday, I know that he's telling the truth that we are going to go.
He's right on with what he said. I can remember back a lot of times that I promised something on Tuesday or Wednesday for the weekend, and Friday night I'd stop at happy hour for just a couple, and get home at 1:30 or 2 in the morning and be too sick the whole weekend to do what I promised I was going to do. He got to where he expected me to be unreliable like that.
Especially when Terry blamed me for his father's not coming home tonight. He thought that I should put my foot down and really very came again, but I have gotten tired of it and decided just to relax and take it as it came and not get upset all the time. How about you, Dave? What's different for you?
I feel a lot better and it's more fun because he takes us swimming and to the movies and tennis and stuff like that.
Great. Did you feel bad? Daytime, nighttime?
I had stomach cramps
Yeah, stomach aches,
and
nightmares. Yeah, this really illustrates, just your two boys illustrates as much as anything I've seen, that alcoholism is a family disease. Yes,
Family
it is.
disease, family recovery. What do you want for Ray Jones and his family? Let those who wish to understand know this simple, immutable fact. Ray Jones cannot drink alcohol. It's the price for recovery. Though it may seem a steep one, is life so painful that it's necessary to ingest a drug to be able to enjoy it? Though others may want to help and understand, Ray Jones must live his own life. The ultimate effort must be his.
This is Lieutenant Jones.
Throughout his rehabilitation, Ray Jones' progress and recovery is carefully monitored. As with any disease, rehabilitation does not assure a permanent cure. Recovery is never guaranteed, but it should be expected.
I feel that we have good reason to be pleased with Lieutenant Jones's progress. So far, through his rehabilitation, he's done real well.
In industrial programs such as the Navy's, success rates are extremely high. Hundreds of recovered alcoholics are already working in a Navy program, bringing together divergent aspects of the same problem, helping others as they themselves, somewhere, sometime, have been helped. Full recovery means a return to full duty. If it were otherwise, rehabilitation would be without meaning. The time to be concerned with an alcoholic on the job is when he's drinking, not when he's on the uphill road of recovery. When he's sick, not when he's well. Recovery means returning to the job and doing it with more proficiency in most cases than ever before. Alcoholics as a group tend to be individuals of great talent and energy. Best man I had when he's sober, runs one tragic familiar line. When he's sober all the time, he's your best man all the time. Ray Jones, past the turning point, again a part of the complex pattern of life, with its challenges, uncertainties, and rewards. Back to duty, back to life, with a positive program of recovery that affords them a chance for the success being enjoyed by hundreds of thousands with a problem just like his. They stood at the turning point and found an answer, just like Ray Jones. Ray Jones, naval officer, aviator, a decent man with a fine family, a competent, likable, whole human being. Now that you've heard his story, what do you want for Ray Jones? Think about it. Do you know Ray Jones? What you've seen is fiction. Ray Jones doesn't exist. Only his story